Guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk to you about what I do to train myself and what I do to get faster. So in this exercise, I have 3 targets. They are approximately about 4.5 feet apart from each other, and I am about, I would say, 10 yards from them. Now, I don't know if that's going to translate because of the way the camera was set up and all that, but that's about what I had. And my intention for this exercise is I want to put 2 shots on each of the 3 targets. Boom, 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 boom. But instead of doing it in a cadence like I just described, I want it to be as evenly spaced as possible. So draw stroke, boom, 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 boom. So shots 2 and 3, I want the split times to be as close to what shots 1 and 2 are as I can be. So instead of boom, 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 I want all 6 shots to be as closely synchronized. Well, that's not the right word. In a cadence as closely as I can. So that's my number one intention. So when I first set this up, I needed to get some sort of a baseline established. So I do that using a shot timer. And so here we are, getting ready. Starting the timer, getting set. Pretty slow, pretty doable. And we're going to do it again. So these are the first 6. That previous string was the first 6 shots of the day. So here we have a 156 on my first shot, a 35, a 31, a 31, a 30, and a 28. So yeah, not too bad. 311 overall time. I mean, it's not hideous. Now that was a little bit better. So again, just kind of trying to maintain. So first shot at 157, second 33, 33, 32, 30, and a 27. So I got a little bit faster between shots 5 and 6, but I'm fairly consistent. And I'm just going to keep running this. After every shot string, I'm going to look at the timer and I'm going to see what were my results. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over and over. And, you know, the point of it is, you know, a lot of times people will use the expression, practice makes perfect. I was told a few years ago, it's probably better to say, again, that was pretty consistent there. It's probably better to say, practice makes permanent. And this is what I'm trying to do. This is why I'm intentionally going slow on these first several rounds, because I want to develop that cadence. There we go. Now I'm starting to pick it up a little bit. Let's see what the time is on that if I grab that. Yeah. All right, 151 first shot, 26, 32, 28, 27, 25. So it's quicker, but it's not quite as consistent. I had a little bit of a blurb there on, I think, the second shot. So I decided, for the sake of consistency, to drop my speed back a little bit and see if I can get that consistency down. Because remember, that's what I want first and foremost. If I'm shooting 33 splits, then I want to see 33 all the way across, or as close to it as I can. It's another fairly consistent string all the way across. And there's nothing glamorous about this, guys. It's just doing the work over and over and over and over. So as I'm out there doing this, you know, the whole time, you know, I'm taking breaks in between. I edited this. This thing is a crazy edit. You know, all the mag reloads and just all of the looking at the times and kind of thinking to myself, okay, you know, because the whole time you're out there, you're self-diagnosing. And let's see, what do we do here? So it's just that repetition over and over. But this is the good kind of repetition because I'm doing so at a cadence I can maintain. To the best of my ability in discerning from the video, I've not missed any targets. I'm not as worried about that. But I still want to, you know, obviously I want to hit what I'm shooting at. Marksmanship is not a problem. Okay, so first shot is a 169, a little slower on the draw, 24, 26, 25, 24. Look at that, guys. I was a little slower on the first shot, but my splits were pretty consistent, right around a quarter of a second. And that's, I mean, I want to be faster than that. But again, I want to make sure that when I'm transitioning from target 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, so there I had to come back. Let's rewind that just for a second. So after a while being out there just drilling over and over and over, I had to give myself a break and be like, all right, let's go back to something you know how to do, and that's to shoot fast. So let's catch that real quick here. So I'm gonna, instead of doing 6 shots, 2, 2, 2, I'm just gonna choose 6 shots on the timer, you know, at my brisk pace on a single target. And then we'll look at the times here in a second. There we go. So 233 overall. First shot is a 152, then an 18 split, 16, 16, 16, 15. So, you know, and like I told you guys before, 16s or better is where I like to work. So now I've gone to, okay, I gave myself sort of a break by doing my 6-shot string all on a single target. Now I'm going back to, okay, what can I do to improve my draw stroke? So I'm just doing a single target, 2 shots on a single target, and I'm trying to see, okay, can I improve on that one? See, now that one was good. Let's see if I show that. I may not. I'm not sure. Let me scooch over here. No, I skipped that one. And, you know, so, you know, I'd been transitioning and starting left and then coming right. So left target, middle, then right. And I wanted to see, okay, am I as effective on the right side as I am the left side, vice versa? Because I am right-handed, and for me to draw right-handed and come across my left, you know, it's a little bit more of a challenge than it is to either come straight up or even go to my right. So I'm going to keep running this until I get to the place where I feel like I've made some improvement. You know, so to start with, if I think when I first started this, my first shot out of the holster was a 1.56, and it's just, I mean, that's a lot slower than I want it to be. That was a good draw stroke. Realistically, where I want to be is a 1 second reaction on that first shot. Now, this is the new Canik TP9 SFX that I showed you guys in the last video. So I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to the holster. Yeah, this is empty, by the way. I'm not really a fan of that holster. It's, see on that one I kind of clipped the holster coming out. But I got to get used to it. Either that or I need to just get a new holster. So this being a 5-inch gun, that's a long draw to get it out of the holster and then get it presented for that first shot. But that's when we buy the hardware, we have to train to use it and be as effective as we can. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with this gun, not at all. It's just going to take some time for me to get used to it. This is the most I've fired it since that day I bought it and ran my initial 100 rounds through it there at VRA in Newcastle, Indiana. So yeah, we're just and this is not an exciting video, and I may have lost a lot of you by now. But if you want to get good, this is what you do. It's over and over and over. Any one of you who have done competitive sports, be it basketball, baseball, swimming, if you're a musician, I mean, unless you're just some sort of a prodigy, you had to work at it. You had to play the scales, you had to play the arpeggios, you had to play, the chromatics and all that stuff just to get good, so that when you came to that spot in the song where you wanted to rip off that kick-ass solo, I mean, you have to have the fundamentals. So and this is no different. This is a lot of grind and just doing the thing. So now I've gone from 2 shots and I'm still not quite comfortable or happy with my first shot out of the holster. So I'm just going to concentrate on my single shots. And by the sound of it, that's not too bad. I'm getting closer, but I feel like I can do a little bit better. Part of it is I'm having a hard time getting a good purchase on this. So instead of getting all the way up there, sometimes I'm kind of getting this half. Here we go. There's a 138. So I felt like that one was pretty good. Let's see what this one is. That wasn't too bad. I didn't get a good purchase on it, but I still got a 126. So yeah, it's just a matter of constant working at it, Here we go. So I'm gonna go back to what I've been doing. All right, I'm gonna take this back to my my 3 targets, 6 shots. Put it all together, and it's a little quicker. So 246 total time, 136. So there's my draw stroke of 22, 23, 21, 22, and a 22. So there you go. I mean, that right there, all of that work. Now, granted, I mean, this ended up being, a 14-minute video at this point. But I was out there for a long time. I edited a lot of this. And yeah, I mean, how do you get fast? How do you get good? Deliberate practice. And I mean, it can be fun. I enjoy it. It's not a grind for me. I love being out there. It was a cool day yesterday. I didn't have to wear a bunch of sunscreen because, my skin is trying to kill me. And so, it was overcast and it was cool, and I could wear my clothes out there that I used to cover up my arms and whatnot. And it was enjoyable. I mean, this summer has been really hot here in central Indiana. And, yesterday it was nice. So, anyway, look, I'm going to let you do your thing, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick video on what I do to train. And yeah, if you guys have questions on hey, Devin, I'm having a hard time with this or with that. I had a couple of people out, today's Monday, I had a couple of people out Saturday, both of whom are on SWAT units here in central Indiana. And one of them was having trouble with some rifle reloads, and she's a left-handed shooter, and just was having trouble manipulating, the gun, the shooting hand, the gun hand, with the support hand and whatnot. And we were able to get her something, pretty workable pretty quickly. So yeah, it's always easier if you're out here with me, but if you have other questions, I mean, shoot, man, I'll get you a video and do a private video and send it to you if you want to. Anyway, I'm just here to help, trying to do what I can to help people who want to take an interest in and a responsibility for their personal security and that of their family. So yeah, hit me up if you'd like, and we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, be safe. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you.